Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. Today our special guest is Daryll Stothart. Daryll, thank you for being part of this today. And Daryll, I want to talk to you a little bit about, you've been part of the business community, if you want to call it that, in this region for a few years now. A few years. And you've, in the last couple of years, you've got quite involved as one of the owners, I believe, of the Titans.
Yes.
And so this year, they went and won the President's Cup, and then they won the Memorial Cup, which is great to hear for our ears. But what does it mean to you? What do you think that means for the region?
Well, I think for the region, and not only just this region, but if you look at the province, you look at other parts of Canada, people talk to you about it, they'll call you. And I mean, it's made a big impact in the whole area. And I think it's great. The people, certainly the players that won it, just great to see them performing the way they did. You look at our management, that we have, right from Sylvain Couturier down, and it's quite a trek. And you talk about the miracles on ice, I guess, in the U.S. Well, I think we have the miracle on ice here in 4 years, since we acquired the team, and to where it got to. It's going to be quite a story if you really put it all together someday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the fact that it's owned by people from the region, and what you've done is pretty amazing.
Well, I think we have a good number of shareholders. Everybody's participating. There's a lot of things going on in the organization. It doesn't just run, a couple of months a year. It's a 12-month business, and right now we're in the training camp to get some new players, and we should be quite competitive, I think, this year again. And next year we'll have more draft picks that we'll be able to use. And I think it's wonderful for the area, and the city has been very cooperative with everything. I understand they're going to be putting some signs out, so if we see signs in the highway that
bring people again
can come and see what it's all about, and the home of Jean Couturier, and things like
all
that.
that all ties in. So, you've kind of briefly touched about it, is that all of Canada know who Bathurst is because of the Memorial Cup. But let's tie this into another kind of a national and more international event, because we've got behind us, we've got the fire truck here that talks about the Shriners, and
Yes.
and you're quite involved and have been involved with the Shriners for many, many years.
Yes.
And you told me a while ago that you're on the board of the Canadian board for Shriners.
Shriners Hospital.
And so the Shriners are involved with the hockey team too, in a way. What does that mean, and how does that all tie in?
Well, certainly it great exposure for the Shriners to be able to go out and help the Titans as part of a community deal. So people like Wayne Cormier that heads up the group that has to go and work the tickets, but it's basically raising funds. We receive a donation at the end of the year that the check is presented center ice by the Titans, and these monies are used to transport our children. Last year we spent over $200,000 transporting our children. We have a clinic here in Bathurst at the regional hospital. It's 16 years old now. A lot of people don't realize that, but we bring children from all over New Brunswick, Gaspé, DEI, Cape Breton. And what it is a doctor and a nurse comes down to Montreal. They do an outreach clinic, assess the children. If they have to go back to their doctors locally or in the province, whatever. And the rest we have to take to Montreal for further examination. And that's where the operations and everything are done. So we certainly enjoy helping the kids out, and we certainly enjoy working with the Titans in this project. And we're able to meet a lot of people too, and also discover some people who maybe need some help, because we do orthopedic problems in Montreal. Okay. We do have a burn unit in Boston, but certainly you'll see a lot of kids, scoliosis, you got osteogenesis imperfecta, you got so many different things that we can deal with. We have a research center in Montreal that has just made a discovery on bones that they can heal faster, and so yes, it's great to be associated with the Titans in this project, and certainly the North Shore Shriners do quite a job in canvassing when they at the games. The last part of the season there was a lot of a lot of dollars that were brought in for Chase the Ace.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And certainly benefited a lot of people
Yeah.
too. So.
And it continued on after the hockey was even over.
That's right. I know the Shriners would like to see it end sooner because they were getting, I think, exhausted with it. But
oh my God, it was
anyways,
pretty busy.
yeah.
I went to the events after the games, and the rink was full. It was amazing to see, and it was good to see, and good to see that. The involvement of the Titan team and what that means, and more people going to the games, and how that can help the Shriners out and everything else. So it's a great way of tying it all together. So
the fan support is something else. So it's like I said, there's so many people involved here. It would take a long time to name everybody that's involved, and
absolutely.
people that help right from our billets. The billets are a big part of it. Is another avenue that we need place for the players to stay, and we have a lot of very good billets, and you'll see a lot of the players that finish here will come back to visit the billet. So
good.
It says a lot.
Good. Well, Daryll, listen, thank you very much for having this interview with us. And again, turning on the heat in northern New Brunswick and making sure that things happen and helping the kids, and at the same time helping the hockey team. It's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So there's another story from Northern Heat for this week.